Alright guys, so here we are, balance update, patch 0.5.4 just dropped a couple hours ago, so let's go over it. Happy Monday champions, the community hunt may be over, but patch 0.5 continues with our upcoming balance update. Balance patch 0.5.4 brings with it the usual smattering of balance changes as well as a couple snazzy new skins for you to find in the shop. We had initially hoped to sneak a few bonus features into this patch, but decided instead to hold off until 0.6, which is shaping up to be a doozy of an update. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, 0.6 is the start of Season 2, and when they say a few new updates, I assume they mean spectator mode, and possibly like customizable custom games. Thanks, Alex. So new skins. As promised, we're continuing to add new skins with every major game update. This week's new skins are Autumn Fire Sparrow and Obsidian Rampage, which these two skins I had previously revealed / leaked on YouTube. So if you look at the Kira videos from my content creator event thing, I did show off these two skins. I do like them both. I will be picking up both of them. Early access feedback survey ends. If you haven't done the survey, it ends tomorrow. Go do it, I guess. The community event for the hunt. I'm just gonna skip this. It's not really that important. All right, balance changes. The meat and potatoes. Heroes, Drongo. Drongo's definitely fallen into a better place since his previous nerf, but we feel he's still a bit too tricky for melee heroes to tackle. We're making his gag grenade a little easier to disengage from and position around to grant other players more opportunities to outplay Drongo in all engagements. So his nade or his Q, the radius just got reduced by 50 units, which I think is good. I think this thing was really rather obnoxious. Typical jungle player wants it to be easy to take objectives. Drongo was annoying. Howitzer, thank you. Hopefully this is a nerf. As the meta shifts, certain heroes inevitably pick up strength. Howitzer has combined the safety of Gideon with some high burst gameplay, raining down rockets from afar. We're flicking some switches on his mech to crank down the production of landmines, keeping Howitzer on his toes, especially during the landing phase. So this is a big hit. It's 2 at every level for his landmine, so the one that knocks him, boops you away. So it's getting a 2-second cooldown increase on every level. So now it starts at 22, and at max level it's down to 14. Slow grenade, or his right mouse button. First grenade scaling decreased from 25% to 20%, and grenades beyond the first scaling has been decreased from 6% to 4%. So it's pretty significant. Not the end of the world. This ability doesn't do... it does do damage, don't get me wrong. But, this doesn't really affect the laning phase all too much. I don't know, maybe I suck at Howitzer. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think it's good nerfs. It's definitely not going to kill Howitzer by any means. So I'm for it. Kira came in swinging for Countess and ended up being charged for collateral damage. Following your feedback, we're going to shift her dust scaling down significantly to decrease her potency of both her purge combos and her finisher potential in the mid-late game. We're also decreasing her ultimate damage to minions to prevent nasty interactions with sustain and to decrease the potential surprise wave clear. She'll also be impacted by some of the item nerfs below, so we're not swinging too harsh a bat yet. So yeah, I like this change actually a lot. There's her ulting a wave and just you get Terminus if the enemy has a wave that is actively detrimental to them, because if Kira's ult up, that is freelo. So I like this, the 30% now. It only does 30% of the damage to minions. That's good. And then the dusk scaling from 30 to 20. Maybe I would have just gone to 25, but I think Kira will still be super viable. The movement alone is just super clean. Muriel seeing another nerf. Okay, that's a big nerf. Muriel continues to be a safe pick who continues to scale well. We'd like to keep her general laning strengths safe due to her lack of hard CC, so instead we're opting to decrease her mid to late game shielding potential a bit with a small bump down on I don't even know how to say this ability. Alacrity? Sure. Shell magnitude decreased from 50 to 170 at max level to now 40, going to 130 at max level. So it's a 40 decrease at max level. That's hefty. Rampage. It's a new icon for Rampage. The King of the Jungle has been showing off his crown a bit too much these past few weeks. We're looking to decrease his early game damage potential and his mobility so he doesn't feel too overwhelming in the earlier stages of the game. His base physical power has been decreased from 57 to 54, which I actually kind of agree with this change. And his pounce cooldown has been increased from 18 Pounce cooldown increased from 18 to 14 at max level to now 20 going down to 16 at max level. I gotta find a better way to phrase that because it just sounds like word vomit, but I agree his base damage was too high. But man, we're really going to keep nerfing Rampage until he isn't a character, and that's just like a casualty of his kit. His kit's so strong and so easy to use. Like that, the rock from Fogwall is just so OP, and the pounce is so long range. It's tough. Items! Stalwart Gauntlets. These handy gauntlets have been a bit too powerful for a curve for tanks in the laning phase. Combined with Titan's Crest, they can lead to a significant sustained boost that creates non-interactive laning. To address this, we're bumping down the regen just a smidge. Health regeneration decreased from 125 to 100. I'm cool with it. I think that's fine. The item's pretty good for how cheap it is. Lightning Hawk. The Hawk got a healthy bug last patch that led to a slightly unhealthy scaling problem. We're bumping it down alongside the slow duration to lessen the rundown potential when ADCs acquire this item early. The Chilling Zap passive scaling decreased from 100% to 75%, so 25% decrease. Slow duration decreased from 0.75 to 0.5. I honestly don't see Lightning Hawk often because it's most people just like building like Malady, Revenant, and Terminus Cura, so I'm gonna choose to believe you. Tainted Rounds. Blight items are always tricky to balance due to their fine line of wanting to keep them open while also maintaining a strong reason to purchase them. Agreed. Tainted Rounds have fallen off that line and are a bit too cost efficient, especially when combined with crit oriented builds, so we're taking it down a notch. Physical power decreased from 30 to 25. Critical strike scaling decreased from 30 to 25%. I think that's good. Tainted Rounds I did feel was not... like, it didn't feel bad to build. You're just like, oh, okay, it's a Tainted Rounds game, that's fine. Terminus has been a bit too potent of a sustain option for our ADCs relative to Kingsbane. We're bumping down the lifesteal and power to decrease the amount of situations ADCs can power through. Particularly in the early game, this is a much needed change. Terminus was way too strong. Physical power decreased from 50 to 45 and lifesteal decreased from 15 to 12%. I think that's a good change. Vanquisher nerf, definitely needed. I don't know that we needed to change the execute from 7 to 6%, but we definitely needed to change the flat pen. Being 12 was a lot of flat pen, so bumping it down to 10 I think was a good idea. Viper just getting a 5 power decrease. Galaxy Greaves getting a 10 physical armor increase, which I like it. I've been messing around with Galaxy Greaves a bit, so it getting buffed kind of makes me even want to play them a bit more. I've been messing around with them in jungle, like Feng Mao Steel. It's interesting. Raiment of Renewal getting nerfed again. Okay. Synthesis passive, percentage of health regen gained from bonus health decreased from 1% to 0.5%. Regenerator passive, percentage of health regenerated from damage taken over 5 seconds from 12% to 10%. I'm gonna be real, I don't really build this item a hell of a lot anymore. Like, I play Rampage, and honestly, because I've been going, what? Like, Brimstone? Like, so like Fire Blossom or Overlord. Then Tainted Guard, because it's the best item in the game. Don't come at me. Tainted Guard's the best item in the game, and you can't convince me otherwise. and then like Unbroken Will or Void Helm or Crystalline, and then Raymond. So like I go through a lot of games without even getting Raymond. Sevarog's different. Like Sevarog just rushed Raymond, that item's OP on him. But I think this item has fallen off a cliff, and this is gonna make me want to build it even less. But I will still build it on the same characters in the same slots. Bug fixes, not posted yet, and that's all. So, short patch notes relative to what we normally get, but the next one should be the big one, Season 2. Thank y'all for checking out the video. That's all for me. Bears out. Peace.
So I found this box, and I know what's in it, but I don't know if you deserve to see what's in it. Maybe you do, just because you made it to the end of the video. Oh, isn't it great? Look what was in the box. That's just awesome. Look at it. It's so cool.